There's a concept that's been branded around the YouTube sphere for a long time now. Superhero fatigue, otherwise known as Marvel fatigue to fans of Nerdrotic, Disparu, The Critical Drinker, etc., people like myself. I, for one, am not what you would call a comic book guy.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
But I am someone who appreciates great cinema and fantastic TV shows. With one or two exceptions, I haven't actually seen anything that I would say has blown me away for quite some time now. Returning viewers to the channel may have seen my fairly recent review of Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme, and yes, I enjoyed it immensely. It was good, really good, but it's not what I would call great cinema. I'm actually not sure that great cinema actually exists anymore. Yes, we can say that politics has taken its toll, as well as the rush for quantity over quality. These elements are certainly massive contributors to the death of Hollywood, but let's be honest. It's AI. Obviously, we can't prove that writers are using ChatGPT to churn out endless, repetitive and uninspiring narratives, but it's either that or a real decline in our ability as human beings to create truly inspiring works. I think it's actually an over-reliance on the machines to do most of the heavy lifting, but also an ever-growing sense of despair that many of us in the creative fields are feeling on a daily basis. Now, I used to work in TV here in the UK. I never managed to work in film, but it was always a real dream of mine to do so. I've pretty much come to terms with the fact that I'll never get to live that dream, or if I do, it would be through crowdfunding, which, to be fair, seems like a far more inspiring thing to do these days over working for one of the big studios. Although, let's be honest, if they offered it to me, I'd take it. But what really makes me sad is that the next generation of filmmakers, musicians, graphic designers, you name it, people who are probably doing what you're told you're supposed to do, go to uni, go to film school, etc., these people won't even have the opportunity to achieve what little I did. You know, I'm not trying to big myself up and trying to make myself sound grander than I am. Far from it. But my fear is that this isn't just the end of the journey for me, but it's the end for people with possibly greater potential, greater ability. Their legs will be cut off from underneath them before they've even had a chance to take the first steps. I hate that the modern era is just full of disappointment and anger for many of us. I just wish it wasn't so. I don't really know where we go from here. Since COVID, really, I've been wrapping myself up in amazing music and film and TV shows from the past sort of 100 years, stuff that I love and have loved for a long time. But what I really, really want is for something new to come along and to blow me away. You know, I love Kubrick, I love the Beatles. Funnily enough, I love the stuff I grew up listening to and have nostalgic memories of, just like everybody else. But I've seen those films and I've heard that music and I continue to love them and I continue to watch them and listen to them, of course. But what I really want is that new song to come and just grab me, or that new film to just blow me away and to make me feel like I did when I first wanted to become a filmmaker or a musician. And I just don't see it coming. So what are we going to do about this? Well, we either find a way to reignite human creativity and then ensure that we all sort of band together against technological advancement, and let's face it, that's just not going to happen. Or AI has to become the greatest filmmaking, songwriting, literary and entertainment genius the world has ever seen. And even if it manages that, will we ever be able to get beyond the depth of what makes us human in the first place? That messy, unpredictable spark we call creativity. Because when I talk about this to people, a lot of them go, well, you'll still be able to be creative, you'll still be able to do those things. But I would argue that many of us develop these skills because we want to pursue careers in them. And if you take those careers away from people, you take away hope. And if you take away hope, what are the future generations going to be left with?